Let me introduce. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this hangout on the Emoji Movie. Yeah.
Should we wash our hands?
No.
We are number two. We are number two.
Yeah. I'm here with the usual Harry, Jack, Lee. Today, if you didn't know, we're reflecting on the Emoji Movie. And guess what? It fucking sucks! Okay, now that I've got that out of my system, I thought I'd better give it a slow introduction. So, yep, here with the usual people. We are reflecting on the Emoji Movie. So I'm going to let Lee kick us off because I reckon he'll have the least amount to say. So, Lee, what do you think of this piece of shit?
This movie is absolutely horrible. It's so bad. It makes me want to tear my nipples off. It's so fucking horrible. It's fucking gay. All emojis do is just have sex and bang each other 24/7. They put their dicks into their asses. All it is just a gay piece of shit.
Well, and out of 10?
Fucking 0 out of 10.
Oh, it's gone down. It was a 2, but it's gone down.
Actually, no, wait, no. 2, sorry.
Why a 2 out of 10? What were the positives?
Animation's at least good.
Okay, that's fair enough. Okay, I'm gonna hand the microphone over to Harry.
Thanks. Fun fact: I was the first of us to see the Emoji Movie.
Started the trend, Harry.
I did. I started it all. I hope to prevent anyone else from seeing the pure torture that I had to experience that day. But obviously, I understand if you guys were curious to see if it really was that bad.
Well, Harry, funny, you inspired me to see it. Well,
yeah, right.
And also my friend wanted to see it, so yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Glad I did inspire you because you guys did a great job awesome job on all of your rants. Hello guys. As you can see, I'm Harry, a movie fan to be exact. Anywho, I am not so pleased to announce I will be doing an extreme rant on the Emoji Movie. That, for whatever the fuck reason, exists. Why does the Emoji Movie exist? Money.
That's funny.
Yes, exactly. Sony were thinking with their fucking wallets, not their hearts. I think the pitch for this crime against humanity went something like this. Hey, boss, we could make the Popeye movie that would actually be good, or we could make a movie about fucking emojis. Because
I bet you, Harry, the pitch was sent via text with loads of.
No, I agree. I mean, I can't believe it either. I mean, the Popeye movie. Like, that would have been brilliant. I would have loved to see that. I loved the Popeye cartoons when I was growing up. And I saw the trailer for that, like, last year. And it looked great. But instead, no. We have to make a movie about fucking emojis.
I agree with Jack. The Popeye movie, I would have enjoyed. That Sony would have redeemed themselves. That would have been their first good movie since Spider-Man 3. But they just decided no, let's just make a movie about fucking emojis because everyone loves emojis, right? And let's steal everyone's fucking money.
Harry, what do you think of the Cloudy movies?
Cloudy with Chance of Meatballs. I like the first one, but second one was meh.
Yeah, the second one was terrible.
Yeah, it was completely it was kind of unnecessary. Yeah, But at least it's above and beyond better than this. What we're at, and And so so the Emoji Movie. What the fuck, Sony? What the fuck are you doing? You are dead to me now. I gave you a chance. I've been giving you a chance for years. You made the amazing shit too, then the shitty Ghostbusters remake, and now this. Just rest in peace, Sony. You are beyond scraping the bottom of the barrel. You thought a movie about fucking emojis would ever be a good idea. I mean, it was forced up by some idiot, obviously. I mean, it's just, this is not even, I can't even call it a movie. It's cancer. It's a disease.
Hey, don't call it cancer, because that can insult people who have cancer.
Oh, sorry, Lee. Yeah,
It's fine. Just warning you.
Was okay. So there are absolutely zero positives in this piece of fucking shit. It doesn't deserve any, but negatives. I can't count the amount of negatives. It would take 100 years to explain the list of
I
things.
bet you the director got spammed with emojis in his like, yeah, take that, you piece of shit. You directed this. Like Tony Leonidas, I think his name is.
Yeah, Tony Leonidas needs to fucking quit Hollywood this very
Actually,
second.
sorry, his real name is Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. Yep. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if Donald Trump had anything to do with this. I mean, just send Tony Leonidas to fucking jail for directing this absolute disgrace.
With nothing but his smartphone.
To movie making.
Guys, be right back.
Okay.
That'll teach him a lesson. I absolutely hated all of the characters here. They are fucking atrocious. I mean,
if you can call them characters.
Yeah, they're not even characters because they're emojis. Emojis are not fucking characters, so there's no emotional weight to them. You can't connect to them, relate to them whatsoever. And
particularly the parents. I mean, can we agree that the parents are the worst characters in this film?
Yeah, they just talk like this. Hey, Gene, I'm a emoji. I'm putting nothing into this performance.
Exactly. Oh my God, Gene's parents, Mother, Meh, and Meh were the most. They are Jar Jar Binks times 10. They make Jar Jar Binks look like the best character ever. And did we need that motherfucking subplot about them getting divorced? No. What kid would want to see that?
Why did they get married? What did they see in each other?
I didn't even know they were getting divorced in the movie. I didn't even pick up on that.
Yeah,
I was all fucking bored.
Exactly. There was absolutely no point to that shitty subplot. It could have and should have been eliminated from the movie. And Gene is.
And how do emojis get married in the first place? They're fucking emojis.
Yeah, they don't get married, and how do they?
I quote Jack a line that the girl says at the end. I like a guy who expresses himself. Well, clearly the meh emoji is expressing himself to his wife with only one emotion.
Well, clearly Sony are expressing to the audience how much that they fucking care.
Which nothing at all.
Totally. And Gene is the most cliched protagonist to ever exist. And even Jailbreak, because she's just the stereotypical tough girl, and her design is a complete rip-off of Wild Style from Lego Movie.
The twist is she's the princess. I mean, who gives a shit? I mean, it's not like it makes her it doesn't enhance her character in any way at all.
Yeah, there was no reason for her to be royalty. And just High Five. My God, High Five, I think, is the worst character here. He's fucking obnoxious, annoying,
worse than Gene's parents.
I think he's slightly worse than even the parents. He's so fucking patronizing. I just wanted him to shut the fuck up every second he was on screen, and this is James Corden's worst performance by. Yeah,
Not like he's given many good performances.
I thought he was all right in Doctor Who. Actually, he was okay.
I thought he was shit, but
well, yeah, he wasn't too bad in Doctor Who, but here, not good at all. And I mean, they have a talented voice cast: T.J. Minner, Anna Faris, James Corden, Christina Acquella, and even Patrick freaking Stewart voicing.
Who's literally shit in this movie.
He's voicing the piece of shit emoji. Why did they put a piece of shit emoji as a character? That's fucking stupid. Well, I mean, and he only has like 4 lines in the entire movie. You could have completely cut him out. And
Aim higher, Stephen. Oh God.
No, it just this movie.
We are number 2. We are number 2.
That's
the best they could come up with. Well, to be fair, with a piece of shit emoji, there's not much more you can do.
No, that goes to show Sony did not even try when they force up a piece of crap as a character, and this movie will destroy your brain cells. It will make you dumber as you watch it. I just, when I was watching it, I was like, I could be doing something else. I am a more cynical person today because I actually saw it.
Harry, it's funny. Sorry to interrupt you. The whole reason behind the story is that, the boy wants to text the girl he likes. He wants to ask her out. But, like, he wasn't scared to get her number unless he got it from someone else. And yet, by trying to text her what emoji to use, he's like, oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know what she's going to say. Like, he's worrying about what she'll say. It's like, what? Give me a fucking break. Is that it?
I know. He's confident enough to get a phone number, and yet he's nervous about what emoji he's going to send her. That is absolutely terrible writing. And why would he need to send her a fucking emoji? He could just ask her out politely like a gentleman. I would never send a girl an emoji personally.
Especially not the Patrick Stewart shit one as well.
That will not get you anywhere in a relationship, sending that emoji. God, my God. And I really wish I could have been doing something else, because I was in a constant agony, though, that hour and a half I spent of my life. That time I could have been spending watching a good movie. I felt
really, really bad enough buying my ticket at the counter.
Yeah, it's embarrassing even asking for a ticket to see the Emoji Movie. The ticket salesman will be shocked at you if you actually show him that. And
Ninjago should have been released of the Emoji Movie.
It should have. Yeah, well, at least that movie.
That would have been amazing.
Yeah, at least it's not. At least Lego Ninjago is not too far away. But I was out of my fucking mind, as was everyone else in my
Lee,
peers. It was like spending a day in hell. My screening, like there was no laughter, there was no happiness. It was, oh my God. In fact, everyone in my screening got up and left.
Oh God, what about the happiness emoji? The main villain, like, oh, I'm always smiling.
Oh yeah.
Everyone in my school have said that that they've heard it was atrocious, and said that must be an atrocious film.
Well, they were right.
Oh yeah. When she's sorry, Lee, could you turn your volume down a bit, please?
Sure.
Oh, thanks. When she's when she's smiling literally all the time, how is that threatening or menacing? It's not. Why even make
like prepare to die?
And exactly. Just oh my God, I just fucking hated everything about this. Oh my god, this is one of the
Don't call it a movie. It's not a movie.
No, it's not a movie. It's a piece of fucking garbage from start to finish, and one of the worst ideas ever thought up by man from the start. And I was literally desperately trying to stay alive. It took every ounce of willpower in me to stay, but I eventually decided, fuck it. So I am not tolerating any more of this shit. I actually left the cinema 5 minutes before the movie was over. And
well, what did you see the Smiler woman's death?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you left before then.
Yeah, right. I did. I couldn't even give two shits how it ends, because I predicted it in the first few seconds I saw it. The story is just there's no story. It's just
nothing.
There's
story.
no identity.
Yeah.
Completely nothing story. This shit is just a rip-off of Lego Movie, Inside Out, and Wreck-It Ralph, all infinitely superior movies that actually put effort. This has zero effort, zero good filmmaking. And there was a girl who came out of my screening at around the same time as me. She looked absolutely traumatized, and I can't say I blame her, but thankfully I made sure she was okay coming out, and thankfully she's better now. But when I got home, I literally strongly considered putting a gun to my head, but do I do it? But thankfully I didn't. I've got an extreme rant to do to save my subscribers from seeing the absolute torture that I had to endure. And just it will.
Can I just say, Harry, thank you for recommending this film to us.
You're very welcome. You will only like this piece of fucking cinematic shit if you like shit movies. If you like,
I actually prefer the Captain America shitfest to this. That says a lot.
I'm Superman 4.
Yes.
Yep.
I prefer. I prefer Shrek 3 over this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The turd was bad, but it's not as bad as this.
Yeah, this is an absolutely abominable turd. It turds on a new level of bad.
I'm hearing a weird echo. Is that me? Or...
It's Lee, I think.
Oh, right, yeah.
But if you'll only like this. I mean, I agree. This is the absolute worst animated movie ever made. One of the worst fucking movies I have ever seen in my entire life. It's so fucking bad. I can't. I'm speechless. And if this, if this shit actually gets a sequel, God help us. Well,
I mean, Harry, you know what's next? The My Little Pony movie.
My Little Pony movie. Although I had
to suffer the trailer for that when I had to watch this movie. That movie looks fucking awful. I mean, the animation. Oh,
I know, right?
Ollie, I think I have another request.
No, Jack. No. I am not seeing that.
Yeah.
My Little Pony. I used to wonder what friend is gonna be like My Little Pony.
No.
Please.
No. I won't watch Food Fight. I won't watch My Little Pony movie. No.
I'll review it.
The theme song.
I'm not gonna pay to see a fucking girls movie.
Yeah, the My Little Pony movie looks like an insult to My Little Pony, even though I like My Little Pony. I'm a real brony, fun fact. And I mean, let me ask you something, parents. Would you, in the future, show your kids The Lion King or the Emoji Movie? There's no choice at all.
Let's not even go there. It's a no-brainer. Let's not go there, you know.
Yeah, Lion King, best animated movie ever made. Emoji Movie, worst animated movie ever made. Everything about it absolutely sucks, which is why the Emoji Movie absolutely gets a -100 out of 10. There, I said it.
Oh my god.
I've made my point.
Yeah, I don't know how we can top that. I'm going to hand Jack the microphone now. Prepare for the microphone to be destroyed.
The Emoji Movie.
Can you speak up, please?
It's fucking shit! Oh god, I mean, yeah, I requested Ollie to review this a couple of weeks ago, and unfortunately he had to hand it back to me, so fuck you, Ollie. Only joking. Only joking.
No, it's all right, you know.
The Emoji Movie. What a pile of bollocks. I mean, literally, this is one of the worst movies I've ever had the misfortune to see. I mean, I went into this movie expecting...
Well, that's the worst thing. You had to pay to watch it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a copy online. But yeah, unfortunately, I had to pay for the shit fest. I mean, I actually had to walk all the way up.
How everybody saw it on the big screen.
Yeah, unfortunately, I had to walk a long way to watch this piece of shit. I had to go to my local movie house, and they weren't showing it there anymore, so I had to go all the way to Yorkgate, which was like another 15, 20 minutes. And my God, I mean, I can't believe the shit that Sony has slapped on the screen here. I mean, I paid $3.90 to see this. Well, no, $4.90 to see this pile of crap, and it's just. I mean, it's terrible. I mean, you know. Words cannot express how terrible this movie is. I mean,
10 out of 10 then.
yeah. In shit, it's 10 out of 10 in terms of shit. I agree with that.
Piece of absolute shit.
Yeah. I mean, I just, you know, I mean, it was garbage. It was absolute fucking garbage. So fuck you, Sony. I mean,
Oh.
I couldn't even make a proper review out of it because it was that bad. Unlike, and I thought the Boss Baby was just as bad.
Yeah, I mean, you know, going into this, I expected nothing, and I got worse than that. I mean, the movie is just, you know, it's so generic. Like, oh, basically, Gene is this meh emoji, and he's, you know, he has to go on this quest to prove himself. Where the fuck have we seen this before? Shrek? Lego Movie? You know, Inside Out? You know, how many times do we have to have this cliche thing of like somebody going on a quest to prove himself? You know, it's just ridiculous now. You know, it's just so dumb. And you know, that whole beginning as well, like, you know, where it's like, oh, emojis are the most important communication known to man. You know, what a load of shit. I mean, and the whole, you know, the whole idea, you know, the textopolis. I said in my review, you know, you're making a movie about emojis. You know, seriously, may as well make a movie about a fucking bottle opener. You know, hello, I'm Mr. Bottle Opener. You know, I'm supposed to open bottles, but you know, I can't. I'm a malfunction. May as well do a movie about that. May as well.
I would actually love to see that movie. Jack, you should make that movie. I'd love to see it. That'd be great.
Yeah, I mean, may as well make a movie about a fucking pencil. You know, he can't rub out sentences. You know, so he's being hunted. I mean, that's how stupid this fucking movie is.
He's being hunted by the pencil sharpener.
Yeah, exactly. And like the whole movie is just a campy fuck fest. I mean, you know, the actors, they don't give a shit. I mean, T.J. Miller as Gene. You know, Gene, he's just the most boring character I've ever seen. He's the most generic character I've ever seen. He's like this emoji that can, you know, multi-express himself. He's multi-expressional. You know, I don't give a shit. You know, I don't care. You know, because this script is just a load of bollocks.
Hang on, wait,
you know, it's just
sorry,
a load of
script? There's a script? Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, yeah, I'm surprised there is even a script to go on in this movie, because the movie is about emojis on a smartphone. What? You know, like, it's just so dumb. You know, you may as well, you know, make a movie about the shit emoji. Why don't you just do that? Make a whole spin-off, you know, movie about the shit emoji. Why don't you? Because this is bollocks, you know. And the whole thing is it's just a huge, you know, commercial slap in the face. The whole movie is this big commercial, basically free for all. And Sony Pictures Animation should be ashamed. I mean, Sony, the last couple of years when it's come to movies, have been absolutely terrible. I mean, the
Let's
Ghostbusters.
not forget the Smurfs.
Oh God.
The first one is decent, the second one is horrible, and The Lost Village is all right.
But I mean, you know, it's just ridiculous. I mean, you know, Sony the last few years, they're just terrible. They've just been making terrible movies. I mean, that Ghostbusters reboot, Pixels with Adam Sandler. You know, I mean, the last couple of years have been absolutely terrible for Sony.
I liked Pixels. I liked it.
Fair enough, but I mean,
Lonely.
yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, I mean, Sony, when it comes to movies recently, they've just been terrible. I mean, and of course, the amazing Spider-Man movies, you know, those shit fests. I mean, they may as well not bother with making movies. I mean, just stick to making games consoles, stick to making PS4 and stuff, because I mean, they're better at making game consoles than they are at making fucking movies. I mean, just the whole concept of this movie just infuriates me. I mean, I was just sitting there watching this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just sitting there watching this, you know, saying to myself,
I wouldn't blame you if you were sitting there in the cinema thinking, I'm doing this for Ollie. This is, you know, I'm doing all of this just for Ollie.
yeah. I mean, that's what I was thinking. I mean, I was sitting there in the cinema with my head in my hands, just, you know, trying, you know, just trying hard for people not to notice me watching this piece of crap. And, you know, it was just, I was sitting there for an hour and a half just saying, you know, what am I doing with my life? You know, I could have, you know, spent this movie on a Subway. I could have spent this movie on War of the Planet of the Apes again. I could have watched something better than this. I mean,
actually, Detroit's a very good movie. If you get a chance, go and see that. That's much better than the Emoji Movie.
yeah, I mean, this movie basically, you know, took an hour and a half out of my life, and I'm never gonna get that back. So
longer.
I want a refund. I mean, I can't believe I spent money on this. And you know what? I mean, I saw this, you know, at the start of September. The fact that this movie is still showing in cinema screens is just infuriating to me. I mean, I don't know how this movie is making money, but just fuck you, Sony. And I was just sitting there, you know, for an hour and a half, just thinking, you know, what the hell am I watching? What the hell is this crap? What am I doing here?
is going to be much better than the crap Emoji Movie.
Yeah, I mean, and just the whole story itself, like, you know, Gene, he's like, you know, this emoji, and he's like trying to learn, you know, he's trying to learn to be mad. Like, oh, I got to train to be mad. I got to train to be mad.
The movie's devoid of story.
yeah, exactly. And you know, it's like, I got to train to be mad. I got to train to be. It's like, is that it? And that whole, like, you know, Textopolis thing, and then he goes off, and then we're introduced to Gene's parents. Oh, whoop-de fucking do, like, you know, like, I mean, they're just, you know, they're just like, hey, Gene, I'm your father.
Cherry on top of it.
You know, it's like, hey, you're Emoji. You gotta learn to shield your emotions. You're a emoji, and they're so boring. And the actors, I mean, I understand that they had to play emojis, but at least put something into it. At least put some kind of performance in. No,
I mean, just like people who are mad, they just go, yeah, no, I don't really care.
Fucking TJ Miller is in this shit. God love him. He was in How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, I mean, exactly, Jack. You make a good point. The fact that, you know, they go, they're not like, yeah, they're not.
They should have released How to Train Your Dragon 3 already.
Yeah, instead of the Boss Baby and the Emoji Movie.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, you know, people who are meh, they're just kind of like, they're like meh. You know, that's it. They're not depressed all the time. Usually, people who say meh, you know, they're fine. You know, they're not boring people who are just like meh, like, you know, I mean, and just the characters themselves, they're just rubbish. I mean, there's nothing here. There's just literally
insult to people who
nothing.
have depression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that, you know, stupid thing as well, where like Patrick Stewart, like, you know, the cherry on top of this shit ass cake when Patrick Stewart comes out of the toilet and he's like, "Oh, should we wash our hands?" And like I said in my review, Patrick Stewart in this is literally shit. He is shit in this movie. Like, I mean, how can you go from Star Trek Nemesis to Emoji? Oh wait, yeah, because they're both crap. And the fact that we got an Emoji movie in this, the fact that we got a shit emoji in this, really? Is that the best you could come up with? Come on, you know, for God's sake. I mean, even appealing to children. I mean, I actually sat there in the cinema and there were quite a few children and parents there, and there wasn't one chuckle in the whole cinema. Not one chuckle. They were on their fucking phones. They were on their phones while the Emoji Movie was playing.
Can I ask you, did anyone get up and leave?
I didn't see anybody leave, but you know, people. I mean, but the thing is, you know, it's a movie about smartphones, and all the people that were in there, all the parents and kids, they were on their smartphones. So what was the point of the movie? You know, I mean, the movie's one big, you know, big commercial ad for iPhones, basically. Yeah, iPhones. Like, it's basically Sony saying, "Hey, you know those iPhones? You know, hey, why don't we make a movie about iPhones? Yeah, like, why don't we like get money from Apple? You know, and then why don't we have Candy Crush and Just Dance and all this? It's basically all this commercial. They're basically putting their adverts. They're making a whole movie about adverts. That's what they're doing, and it's just so stupid. And yeah, I mean, the characters here. I mean, what else can I say? I mean, they're absolute horse shit. I mean, you know. I mean, you know, James Corden is high-five. I mean, I agree with Harry. I mean, James Corden. I mean, he's trying at least, but I just find him so annoying. I mean, James Corden, I don't really like to begin with. I don't find him funny. I mean, I thought he was awful in the 2 episodes of Doctor Who that he was in, and here he's just like, "Hey, I'm high-five. I'm high-five. I'm high-five. Woohoo! Yeah, candy." Blah, blah, blah. Oh, for the whole movie. You know, high five, more like low five, you know, no five for this piece of crap. And the whole stupid thing as well, with like the whole, you know, the villain, like, oh, she's like this woman who's smiling. She's like, "I'm a smiley emoji and I'm always smiling." Yeah, I'm always happy. It's just like, shut up, because I don't need this crap, okay? You know, I mean, she was just so annoying as the villain. She's just smiling all the time. She's like, "I'm so happy." It's like, you know, am I supposed to find this threatening? Am I supposed to find this, you know, am I supposed to take this seriously? Because, you know, at the moment, I'm just laughing at how fucking awful this is. And, you know, I mean, actually, I'm not laughing because the movie, there is no laughs to be found. I mean, you know, this movie was so bad that in my colossal rant, I had to actually drink a fucking beer to get rid of the stench of this movie.
Lee, you should watch Jack's rant.
This movie again.
Yeah.
Lee, you should go and watch Jack's rant when you get a chance. It's
I will. Sounds funny.
He gets out
Yeah,
the beer.
and don't forget, guys, you know what we have after the Emoji Movie? Well, after Nut Job 2, The Jungle Bunch.
Oh, yeah, the trailer for that was terrible.
Yeah, Ferdinand as well. I saw the trailer for. I mean, but the thing is, the trailers are better than the movie. You know, I can't believe I'm actually saying that. The trailers for before this movie started were actually better than the movie.
Actually, Jack, when the Ninjago trailer show up.
Yeah, it did actually. But yeah, there was also the trailer.
What do you think of that trailer?
But there's a trailer for Ferdinand. That looked awful, like about that bull or whatever. But I mean, as for the movie itself, you know, it just farts its way along, just no effort put in. I mean, the writers just, you know, I bet they were just sitting on the toilet, you know, wiping their ass with the shitty script, you know. They were just, you know, I mean, I bet they were just sitting on the toilet taking a shit, and they were thinking, "Oh, how about a shit emoji? It's just taking a shit, so why don't we just put a shit emoji in the movie?"
Yeah, I mean, when you release your movie in the same month as War for the Planet of the Apes, you know it's bad. It's, you know.
Yeah, I mean, Tony Leonidas, like, I read up on it. Apparently, Tony Leonidas said he was apparently he's a big fan of Toy Story movies, and he wanted to make an animated movie, and somebody sent him a text and an emoji, and then he decided from that he was going to make a movie based in the emojis and like make a whole world about emojis. And he said Gene's based on him because Tony Leonidas is apparently gay and he knows how it feels to be an outsider. But you know, it's like, so that's how he came up with the movie.
I give a shit about that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. And it's like that's how I came up with the movie. Somebody sent him like a text with like a, you know, an emoji on it, and then you just decide to make a movie. Well done, you know, just well done. I mean, you know, there was a point when I was watching this, I just wanted, you know, to destroy the projector. I just wanted to jump up there and just destroy the projector. You know, something at least to get me out of this hellhole that I was in, like Harry said. I mean, it was
Can I just say, Jack, you're very welcome.
It was like being, you know, handcuffed. I mean, watching this movie was like being handcuffed to the back of a truck and then driven through like, you know, puddles and, you know, driven through like, you know, all this shit. Basically, it was like being on the Titanic or something. You know, the ship, it was the sinking ship. You know, watching this crap.
I do my best to keep my subscribers happy.
Yeah, and you know, the movie was just garbage. You know, I mean, the other characters as well, like, you know, and that whole like plot, you know, it's just so stupid. Like, you know, this guy's gonna send, you know, an emoji to a girl he fancies. Is that it?
Yeah.
That it? You know, and all that stuff afterwards. Like we see Gene, basically, you know, it's his first day in the job. He's gonna be picked in the cube. And then they pick him and he starts to malfunction. They're like, oh, we got to delete you. You're a malfunction. And you know, Gene's parents. And then you got the antivirus bots. Then the movie just, you know, goes on a generic quest. It's like, you know, I mean, where have we seen, you know, quests before? Shrek, he has to go on a quest. Lego Movie has to go on a quest. You know, it's so cliche. And you know, you're introduced to the other characters. And the other characters are they're just awful. They're just absolutely... High Five, like I said, is awful. Gene is awful, and the princess, she's awful as well. I mean, we don't know she's a princess to begin with. She's like a
twist
hacker.
Actually, add to the movie, like her being the princess. That doesn't
like, it added nothing. Yeah, and not only that, but it's just like, you know, all that stupid stuff. Like when they go outside the app, the emoji app, and then they arrive and they go to YouTube and they're putting on cat videos. It's like, well, really, I paid £4.90 to see, you know, cat videos on YouTube. You know, I may as well just search that up on YouTube myself. And,
yeah. To be fair, Jack, I paid about £6 something to watch this.
Yeah.
It's actually online right now.
Yeah. Well, I wish I'd found that out sooner. But I mean, the movie, you know, like all that stuff, like, you know, where they go outside the emoji app, and then they go to the, you know, the pirate app or whatever it is, and you've got like you've got trolls there and all that. It's like, oh, really, really original. Yeah, okay, they're trolls in the movie. Oh, how original! Just fuck off. I mean,
Be right back, guys.
And then that whole stuff like where they find the hacker girl, and then she's like, oh, you're a malfunction. We gotta go. And like probably the worst scene in the movie where they go to the Just Dance app. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And they're like, do the emoji bot, do the emoji bot. Oh, God. Like, and it's so dumb, like, you know, whether they're like, you know, George Michael, you know, wake me up before you go. You know, and like I said, when I was getting my beer to do for the review, they were playing Wake Me Up Before You Go in the off license when I was getting my, you know, beer for the movie rant. And scene is just so dumb. It's like, oh, robots can't dance, and it's like, you know, Disco Inferno. It's like, you know, just dance, you know, do it, you know, you gotta dance. He's like, I can't dance. It's just so embarrassing. It's just so cringy. It's like, hey, you know, product placement. It's like, you know, just dance. It's product placement. Hey, you know, just like, get this out of my face. I don't need this crap, you know, because it's basically just one big advertisement film. It's just one big advertisement for smartphones and for Candy Crush and Just Dance. And, you know, I don't need this crap. I really don't need it. And, you know, that scene afterwards, like, you know, where the High Five ends up in the trash. You know, I couldn't give a shit. I mean, this movie belongs in the trash. They should have just deleted the whole movie. Just delete the whole movie instead, you know. And out, and you got that really awful. Go to fucking Candy Crush, and it's like, brilliant. I really care. I really fucking care. I mean, this movie just, you want to tear your hair out. You just want to jump off a building or something. It's that bad. You know what I mean? It's like somebody stabbed you multiple times in the stomach, watching this shit. I'd rather gouge my eyes out than watch this crap again.
I bet you, like, when you go out to the cinema and then you sort of turn your phone on after it's been off for 2 hours, you look at it. I bet you looked at your phone and was like, all the fucking little emojis in there, you're going to destroy your phone.
yeah. I probably would have just chucked it in the bin, and that's where, like I said, where the movie belongs. It belongs in the trash, and I mean, it deserves to be disintegrated. I mean, I'd rather microwave my head than watch this movie again. I'd rather put my head in a fucking microwave than watch this movie again. And it's just crap. And the Candy Crush scene is awful. Like where he's stuck in the Candy Crush. It's like, oh, we gotta match up the colors. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, I don't care. And then like high fives. Like, oh, I got a sweet tooth. And that awful scene where where Jean's parents all of a sudden halfway into the movie they start to care about Jean, and they go in and it's like, Jean's dad, oh, he's multi-expressional too. Oh wow. Yeah. Wow, what a great twist.
Earlier.
Yeah, and when they're into Instagram, they're in Alex's photos, he's like, hey, we'll always have Paris. Like, oh my god. It's like, don't reference Casablanca, please. It's a much better movie than this crap. And the movie just farts its way along. It just, that scene where they're surfing, like they're surfing the sound waves, and then they're on the boat, and then you have that really cringy scene where, like, Jean and the princess start to fall in love. They're starting looking at each other. I was just going, oh, for God's sake!
How can emojis fall in love unless they're the love emoji?
Yeah, I know, and just the whole. I mean, the movie's only an hour and a half, but it felt like at least 3 hours. It was that bad. And that just scene where they're on the boat is just awful. Where they're, where they, finally get to the firewall or whatever, and they find out that, the name of the password is the girl's name, and then they go in and, and then he's like, oh, and like high five's like, oh, you better express yourself to the princess just before, before it's too late. And like, and you got that stupid stuff for the whole movie. It's like, I want to be fixed. It's like, I like you the way you are, and and God, and then when you
this before.
Yeah, it's the Lego movie, Inside Out. I mean, it's the same thing as Inside Out. Inside Out, you enjoy trying to get rid of sadness. In this movie, you got the smiley bitch who's trying to get rid of Jean, and it's like the Lego movie was going on a quest to prove himself. I mean, it's just a rip-off of Wreck-It Ralph, Lego movie, and Inside Out, and that's all it is. That's all it is. And when you find out that the princess, you find out the girl's actually a princess, it's like, oh, yeah, I mean, you're right, it adds nothing to the movie. And she's like, oh, I don't want to be like a cliche, princesses, that's cliche. And then she starts singing or whatever, and then Jean's like, oh, I really like you. She's like, well, I don't want to be with you, Jean. And then, Jean's just like, meh. Like, for God's sake, I don't care. I mean, I don't care about Jean. He's a pointless character, He does nothing throughout the whole movie, and like I said, Patrick Stewart, what was the point of him in this movie? He's literally shit. That's all he is, and that's what the movie is. And then and then when he gets to the ending, and the Jean is captured, and he's like, meh. She's like, it's too late for that. Like, you just want to punch her in the face. And then the ending where she like gets, where the robot falls on top of her. It's like, Jean, send the emoji now. And, and he starts multi-expressional, and then Alex is deleting his phone. And, I don't get it. Like, suddenly he unplugs his phone, and the whole phone, like all the apps aren't deleted anymore. It's like, I'm sorry, but, if you delete all the apps on your phone, just because you unplug it doesn't mean that, if you delete an app, it's going to stay permanently deleted unless you reinstall it, which he didn't do. And like, that ending's just so bad. Like,
I mean, by this point, did you expect anything less? I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, Tony Leonidas, fuck off. I mean, and you know what? And then when he sends the emoji to the girl, and she sees the emoji, and she's like, "Oh, I like a man who can express himself." It's like, "You want to go on a date?" Yes. It's like, what? What? I mean, why would a girl just, fall in love with you because you sent her an emoji? What? Like, it's ridiculous. Like, he sends her an emoji, and then all of a sudden she's just like, "Oh yeah, let's go to the date with each other." What the hell?
It's a load of shit.
It's bollocks. That's what it is. It's like how the fuck can that happen? And then the ending where it's like everything's solved. Jean saved the day. It's like, oh well, well done. I don't give a shit.
Son, I'm really proud of you.
Yeah. That's so. Yeah, at the end, it's like it's so cliche. Like when Jean's like, "I underestimated you, son. I got the wrong end of the stick." It's like, well done.
I'm such a good actor.
Like you said, all any more cliches in the cliche handbook, and like I said, the ending is just dumb. Sending her an emoji, and then it's all of a sudden she's falling in love with this guy. Just stupid. And then the movie ends like we see Jean save the day, and you got that crappy song at the end. And overall, what more can I say in this piece of crap? it is literally the biggest pile of shit. I'm not just talking about Patrick Stewart. I'm talking about the whole movie. Tony Leonidas can go fuck himself. The writers can go fuck themselves. The writing is terrible. The story is terrible. Everything about the movie is terrible. What else can I say apart from
the positives?
What positives? I can't find any.
The animation.
I don't even care for the animation. Even the animation, I think, is lazy. Like, not as bad as the animation for Food Fight, which we may do a hangout on.
We may get to that.
Yeah, I might review that soon. But yeah, as for the Emoji Movie, just it is a big, that's what it fucking is. It's a big steamy shit. It's just one of the worst, if not probably the worst movie I've ever seen. It's just deplorable, disgustingly made. It's a big piece of shit that's been stuck in it's a big piece of shit that's been stuck in a toilet, and you can't flush the loo because the loo gets blocked, and then the roof collapses on top of you, and then the sink breaks, and then the toilet bursts, and the whole your house is full of sewer water and toilet and just crap feces
in the process.
Yeah, and you drown in the shitty feces that is this movie. That's what it is. You can't get to domestos because by that point your house is already full of sewer shit.
The Airwick air freshener can clear the stench that is the Emoji Movie.
Yeah, but by that point, you can't get the domestos out, you can't get the Febreze out because the sewer water has already flooded your house and there's shit everywhere and you're drowning in the feces that is this movie. It's just it's terrible. It's repulsive. It is just a sack of piss and poo and shit, and it's like somebody got a sack and put in some piss, and then someone took a big shit in it, and then he mixed it in with some vomit, and then someone threw it in a dumpster, and then someone else threw it on top of a landfill, and then when it got to the landfill, they dumped even more shit on top of it until it became this mountain of absolute crap that not even seagulls are going to touch. And it's just a big.
Jack, I'm surprised they didn't rip off Toy Story 3 furnace scene when the phone is about to be erased. Like they could have had a moment where they all held hands, or in high fives case, when he holds somebody and they're like about to die. Like Toy Story 3.
That would have just been dumb. Like I would have hated it even more. And the movie's just a piss pile. It's a fart box on wheels. It's just rubbish.
It's one of the worst movies ever made.
Yeah, exactly. In my review, I scrunched up that ticket. I had to crack open a beer because it's that bad. I had to wash the taste away of this movie.
Cheers.
Yeah. Well, not to this crap. I mean, it's disgusting. It's horrible. And I'm gonna give it not even a 0, not even a -1, not even a -100. I'm gonna give it a -1 billion out of 10.
I'm gonna give it the seal of rubbish.
Oh well, I can't top that. I can't. That pretty much sums it up. What I will do though, before I say my thoughts, is I'm gonna do this.
You like the Coke again?
Nice collection there, Ollie.
Sorry.
Nice collection behind you.
Thanks.
Here, Ollie.
You should give the face cam on it. It's good. I like your webcam.
Cheers, Sony, you corporate bastard.
Ollie, this is what I want to do, the Emoji Movie.
Oh, the fucking Emoji Movie. Again, I just want to say, I want to thank Jack for, well, not necessarily recommending this film to me, but I can't deny I was deeply honoured to witness the absolute atrocity that I saw. What the fuck compelled them to make this shit? I mean, who and why? And the Emoji Movie, it's one of the worst movies I've ever seen. It is so bad. I mean, this movie is the very pinnacle of generic. You know, you'd be hard pressed to find something remotely original in this movie. You know, even the fact that you've got, you know, cast like Patrick Stewart and TJ Miller. You know, you'd be hard pressed to find something that is even the slightest bit original. No, the whole thing is a big giant rip-off. It's a commercial cash grab. It's a turd, and it stinks. It fucking stinks. What more can I say?
It's fucking horrible.
Yeah, like, you know, people think that the movie It is scary. This is fucking scary. The fact that they
what stinks, the movie or Patrick Stewart?
Well, both of them. I mean, just the whole concept of this movie fucking annoys me. I just don't like it. The whole fact that it's set inside a smartphone and they're in this world called Textopolis. So yeah, well done, great fucking name. And the whole story is basically about the boy wants to send an emoji to the girl that he likes. What? Is that it? That is the best you could come up with? I mean, what the fuck? Oh my god! And then inside the smartphone, we have the main story, which is, you know, Gene, who's basically has the most generic story of all. You know, he's an emoji who's a malfunction apparently because he's multi-expressional. He doesn't really fit in. You know, he has to go on a quest to prove himself. You know, it's like, I've seen this before. I've seen this in so many other movies before. You know, I'm not even going to bother naming them because, let's be honest, you know, I mean, Jack has already named them. And I don't give a shit, you know. And then he has to go on a quest with High Five, and then he meets Jailbreak, and then, you know, it's his journey of self-discovery. Then he realizes, oh, he's okay just the way he is. Well, what the fucking waste of time that was. And, you know, the movie is just a mess from beginning to end. The story is nothing. The story is nothing. There is nothing in this story that I can love or even remotely like. I can gain nothing from this story apart from the fact that I know that Sony don't give a shit. You know, and the characters are just awful. Gene is a boring protagonist. And, you know, High Five, whilst, you know, James Corden tries and he kind of has fun with himself, but the character's shit. You know, he doesn't add anything. And
Ollie, I just want to play this briefly.
You wash our hands?
Sorry.
No, not as sorry as Sony are going to be. But Yeah, as I was saying, character. Speaking of that, Patrick Stewart. What have they done? Patrick Stewart, what the fuck have you done to yourself?
It's literally shit.
I mean, I saw Patrick Stewart in Logan earlier this year. He's great, and it's one of his best roles, and it was Professor Xavier in X-Men. How does he go from that to this? To voicing a shit emoji? He voices the fucking shit, character. He has like 4 lines in this movie.
He said on a chat show that he is literally poop.
Yeah. I mean, he literally has like 4 lines in the movie, and they're all just insufferable. The worst one is when he comes out the toilet and says, "Should we wash our hands? Ha ha ha! We are number 2. We are number 2." As I said in my
We're going to review this piece of number 2.
I mean, just fuck it. Just fuck this fucking shit for the fucking movie. And then
Exactly. It's shit.
as the plot thickens, in inverted commas, we discover then that Jailbreak is the princess. Oh, whoop-de-doo, didn't see that coming. Wow. Oh, I mean, that adds
That was an
nothing to
interesting
the-
plot twist. Sarcasm.
Yeah, I mean, she is just terrible. She adds nothing to the story. I mean, yeah, she's some kind of hacker. Apparently, she can get her way through the smartphone. It's like, how can an emoji hack a phone? Like, what? I don't get it. Like, and how did the emojis come to life? Like, I understand it with Inside Out, because Inside Out draws from reality. The fact that we all have emotions we are born with. We develop emotional stability over the years, so emotions naturally are just born. They're there. With this, there's no justification as to how the emojis are actually come about. We don't get any explanation into the world that is created, and and they're all fucking useless because they're only meant to be one emoji, and yet all of them are just kind of multi-expressional anyway. I mean, apart from the parents, which, like, why were the parents even in it? What was the whole point of their story? It's added zero, tension to the plot. Zero. I mean, oh no, son, don't, like we still have Paris. Oh my god, no. And then the whole twist regarding Gene's dad, the fact that he's multi-expressional. What the fuck? You could have said that earlier. I mean, who wrote this script? It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, actually. It is not good enough. I will not stand for this type of product placement. Shameless cash grabbing, stupid shitty writing, shitty filmmaking. It's not good enough. No. It will not do. Play that. That song doesn't deserve to be fucking played. It's not even a good song. I mean, this movie has an awful soundtrack, particularly in the Just Dance scene when they have to dance to George Michael. Wake me up before you go. I have emojis on my phone. I mean, fuck this. Just fuck it. And when High Five ends up in the trash, it's like, oh yeah, fuck, I couldn't care. Oh no, goodbye. Oh, and it just goes on. It just drags the product placement like Candy Crush, YouTube.
Ollie, what with the emoji bot?
Oh yeah, do the emoji bop. No, I won't like to do the emoji bop. I don't mind dancing, but not to this fucking shit. I mean, fuck this. I mean, the animation is okay, but it doesn't save the movie. It really doesn't save the movie whatsoever. I mean, the pacing is terrible. The villain is a joke. The Smiler villain. She's like, oh, I'm so happy. I'm gonna kill you. Prepare to die. Oh. She is so annoying. She never shuts up. And seriously, her robots are just so generic. Like, like robots don't dance, and then the robots start dancing. It is. Oh God! It is just a cringe fest after the other, and I'm sick of it. It stinks. Don't, Jack, please. I don't want to be reminded of the torture. I mean, oh my God! I mean, it just makes me so angry. I mean. And, the worst thing is, like, the finale of this movie is awful. Like, when Gene becomes mayor, and then eventually they develop...
Right now, I'm in a fucking shock.
When they develop this fucking love story between Gene and and Jailbreak. It's like, how do emojis fall in love? Like, what? Like, they're only meant to have one expression. What the fuck? What the freaking fuck? But what's even worse is the fact that, you know, the boy, Alex, who has the phone, he's managed to get her number, but yet somehow he hasn't got no confidence to basically text her the emoji that he wants to text her. And then when he finally texts Jean to her, you know, the fact that he's multi-expressional, and then she comes over to him and says, "Oh, I like a guy who's multi-expressional, who can express himself." As soon as I saw that, I was just, what? So we've gone from point A to point A. There is no story. They have not come round in a full circle. Just what? Oh, I give up. I'm done. I'm done with Sony and their shitty product placement.
Fuck Sony. Don't forget they made fucking Surf's Up too.
Oh God. I mean, just what? What is this shit? I mean, and the ending is
Exactly.
like the finale is awful. With when Smiler dies, and then, you know, they start dancing, and it's like, oh, they're all hanging out together. It's like, oh, this movie is a corporate shambles, and it's a rip-off of Inside Out, which is my favorite Pixar movie, Wreck-It Ralph, and even the Lego movie. You know, generic, in case I didn't, you know, it's generic, in case I didn't tell you before.
Shit.
You know, I mean, what more do I have to say? You know, it is a shameless piece of shit. I mean, I didn't laugh. I mean, I kind of chuckled at how bad it was, but I didn't laugh because it was funny. You know, and it just drags. The movie's a slog to sit through. I mean, no kids laughed. None of them. I'm surprised that they all stayed until the end. But oh my God, I couldn't believe it. I felt like I was going to have a heart attack after I saw it.
Be right back.
Oh, but my God, I'm lost for words. But seriously, that ending when she says, "Oh, I like a guy who can express himself." What? Oh, but you know, that aside, what can I say that's positive? The animation is okay. That's it. That's not, and even then, that's not saying much, because I don't think the animation is particularly great. But it's better than, like, it's not the worst animation I've ever seen. We'll get to that if we get to Food Fight. But I despise this movie. And I want to give my sincere thanks, in inverted commas, to Jack for recommending this film to me.
Thanks for recommending the movie to me as well.
Right. Thanks, Harry, for recommending it to all of us.
You're welcome.
I mean,
Harry,
Hi, Lee.
I mean, what more can I
Harry,
say?
did you see the video I just sent in the group?
What did you send?
I sent a YouTube video. It's fucking scary.
Anyway, as I was saying, I mean, I can imagine the pitch for this movie being that's, you know, basically exactly how I imagined it was. Somebody sent Tony Leonidas a text with an emoji. He thought, oh yeah, I could make a movie about this. Yay! No, Tony, no. I mean, somebody arrest this man. Give him a Razzie. I mean, he should get the Razzie for worst director. He should get the Razzie for worst animated movie ever. I mean,
Yeah.
compare a film like this to a film like War for the Planet of the Apes, which in my opinion is a masterpiece. And, you know, it's such a major difference. I mean, apes do not do emojis. Apes.
I wouldn't be surprised if this movie dominates the Razzies in February next year.
I mean, you thought Transformers: The Last Straw was going to dominate the Razzies, but no, there's a new contender.
New contender, all right.
Yeah. I mean, what more can I say? What more can I say? There's nothing here. The soundtrack is awful as well. I hate this movie, and I'm sticking to my rating that I gave it in my review of -1 out of 10.
Woo!
So
Well
far,
done.
so far we've got -1, -100, and -1 billion.
Yeah.
Seal of rubbish.
It's basically, well, it doesn't even get to a 0.
Overall, our collective rating would be
You know what?
-1
Considering we just
billion.
ranted on the Emoji Movie, Here's a little Skylanders video we could watch.
Oh well, that's pretty much it for this hangout then. I think we've all got the rage off of our chest. Is there anything that anybody wants to say before we close off?
Oh, I just saw this fucking video and I'm fucking scared right now. Oh, fucking I'm scared.
Anybody else want to say anything before we close? No, Jack. Don't be tempted.
Yes. Just dance.
Jack, please spare us.
Kill me. Get me a girlfriend.
George Michael will be spinning in his grave if he's dead.
I know, right? You know, when this horrible, abysmal fucking pile of shit comes out on DVD, let's annihilate every fucking copy and send it to hell, to the devil, where it belongs.
There'll be riots in the stores.
Exactly.
There's only one more thing to say from me, and that is cheers.
Oh, where's the Pepsi?
Oh shit! Oh, spilt it.
You got the jitterbugs? Let's see your Pepsi.
It's Coke today.
Oh,
What will it be for food fight? Cyanide?
F to the U to the C to the K to the Y to the O to the U. Fuck you, Sony.
They did a really good job of this, right, guys?
Yes, Sony can go fuck themselves.
I'll let Jack get his beer out.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. They could do ball over
Who would be a better film?
Yes. Here he is, ball over in a movie. This is what I want to do, the Emoji Movie. Fuck you! Fuck you, Sony! Fuck the Emoji Movie!
it's shit. Lego Ninjago would be much better.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, this pretty much sums up the Emoji Movie.
A penis regenerating in a
Sony!
It's regenerating into an emoji? That's not believable! Alan made a great appearance.
I think even the animation looks like shit, so there's no creativity or magic to it.
What about the... Oh, actually, from the trailers, what about the animation in the Lego Ninjago movie? Like, from the trailers perspective.
That animation looks fabulous. That looks a million times better than the animation in this.
Hey guys,
Oh.
admit, it's a masterpiece.
Of
I'm
absolute,
Absolute
fucking ready
shit.
for that movie now.
you know, there's something I have to play to you guys. This is how much it angers me.
I hate the Emoji Movie.
Apes do not suck emoji dick. Apes must communicate through sign to survive.
Holy fuck.
And how do emojis even have sex? How do they fucking reproduce?
Leave him.
Oh, Harry, you just brought up the best thing I've ever heard.
Thanks.
I got big boobies. I got big boobies. I have big boobies. Massive tits.
Over here and love my review.
It's what I do when I saw the movie.
You look pretty funny.
I have got to do.
Good to be here for this crap.
Lee, are you seeing this?
His rant? No, I haven't.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Fuck's sake, man.
Oh god.
I'm fucking scared.
The emoji movie.
Harry nearly shot himself in his review.
I did. I was this close, but you know what? I managed to save myself at the last minute.
Nice gun, by the way. I like that gun. Can you give it to me, please? Can I borrow it?
It wouldn't have killed you anyway. It was paper, so.
Oh, true. I wouldn't recommend anyone using it.
That's Ollie's. That's Ollie. That should be Ollie's profile picture in the mornings. I am not going to school.
Censored. You mean destroying the
Oh, Jesus Christ, good fart.
My extreme rant has now had around 851 views.
Oh my god, congratulations.
Yeah.
My review, my amazing review, sarcasm, has, let's see.
Oh god. You see my screen anymore? Go on.
No, I can see your screen.
Alright. If you forget, Harry, you didn't see my rating, so
Mine has 329 views.
Great.
that's my rating.
Minus a billion. I couldn't agree more.
Jack, how many views have you got?
74.
I got 285 on mine, surprisingly.
That's because mine hasn't been up as long as your reviews.
Yeah, you'll get loads more good comments, hopefully.
Yep, that's the lowest I've ever given to a movie, minus a billion.
Yes.
We'll have to go now, guys, so I'll talk to you later.
See you, Jack.
Right, I'm going to end the broadcast.
Alright.
So, thank you guys for watching.
Fucking hell, I am fucking nervous.
I'm Ollie, this is Lee, this is Harry, that was Jack, and see